Hey everyone, let's dive into something that every developer should know about. It's AI agent skill. In this video, I will show you what AI agent skills are and how to use it. And I'll also show you the real example of creating a skill from scratch and using it in GitHub Copilot. And along with that, I will also show you the repository where you can use some of the skills created by Anthropic. So let's dive in. Agent skills are specialized folder in your project, including instructions, script, and resources that your agent can load dynamically to perform a specialized task. This might look similar to the instructions, but they are different. So I will show you what's the difference between instruction and agent skills. The purpose of agent skill and custom instruction are same, but in agent skill, you can include script and resources also along with the instruction. And these agent skills can load it on demand, like based on the task. If task required only, then your instruction will be loaded. Otherwise, your other custom instructions are loaded always. And your agent skills are based on the open standard, while custom instructions are your agent specific. You can use these agent skill over the instruction if you want reusable capability across AI tools, or you want to include script example or other resources, if you want to use specialized workflow like testing, debugging, or deployment. In order to create a skill, you need to create this folder structure inside your project.github. Under that, you will create a folder skills. And inside that, you will have a specialized folder for each of your skill, including skill.md file. In md file, you will write the name and the description as a metadata of your skill. This will help you to agent you define to identify if this skill is required for this specific task or not. And then after this metadata, you will include the instruction. And inside the detailed instruction, you can include example, and you can also refer the other files also inside this folder. As I mentioned, skills are not loaded at once. Your agent will load the first only the metadata of each skill. And if your skill is being used to perform any specific task, then the further instruction will be loaded. And inside the instruction, if you refer any script or example, then further those files will be loaded. So this is a 3 level of loading system. It's not loaded all the information at once. This keeps your context lightweight but efficient. As agent skills are open standard, so it can be used across the platform. Like you can use in GitHub Copilot CLI, Claude, and other skill compatible agents. This ensures your customizations are not locked into the single tool, and your instructions can be reused in various platforms. I have created this folder structure already inside my project. As I mentioned, you need to create this folder .github. Inside that, you need to create a folder .skills, and then you will have a specific folder for your skill. And inside that folder, I have this skill refactor pro, and I have skill.md file for this. So first, these instructions are optional. You may or may not want to include it. I just want to make sure that my agent, when use this skill, do mention like this skill is being activated. And then you will have this metadata for your skill, the name, my refactor pro, and the description to use this skill. And these are the instruction to follow. So basically, I'm giving the specific instruction based on my project. And of course, you can customize this. You can put any instruction you want to, if you want to use any specific naming convention. For example, I suggest a descriptive variable name and all variable with the prefix float local. This is just I use for the example so that I can see that GitHub Copilot using this instruction file. Inside the loop, and for the loop, it will use this map filter and reduce accordingly. Okay, now let's start testing this skill. I have this simple method, and you can say this is not optimized, and it's a lot of improvement required. So I will write here in my agent to refactor this based on the skill. I will give the prompt like this: refactor this code, use skills wherever needed. Okay, you can see it is using my skill refactor pro activated, and then it's based on this my skill file, it using this all the variables. It's the local variable name, and it's for all the instruction that I have put together into the my MD file. So yeah, this is how it is working. In order to make it work, you need to make sure that you activated the skills inside the setting. So if you go to the this setting and then search for the skill, and you see this chat option, and use Claude skill and use nested agents MD file. These are the still experimental features, so it's required these settings to be enabled in order to make it work. Okay, yeah, that's it. So here is a bonus tip. The Anthropic has already created this repository where some skills has already been there, and this repository is still growing, and you can find a lot of skills already being created, and you don't need to create from scratch. You can use this repository to find out your skill that you require, and you can see there inside this code. If you go to the skill folder and you file by the name is like, you will find out like what this doing. For example, this MCP builder, and if you refer the skill.md file, it has like all the guidelines to like what this skill does. So it's basically allow you to agent to create the MCP server. Okay. You can go through these repository or all the instructions. These are the instruction follow for the your agent, and all the standard practice is all already mentioned here. And there are in order to use this, all you need to do is copy this skill.md folder, skill.md file into the folder structure that I described. Yeah, do try these skills, and yeah, that's it. Thank you very much, guys, for this session. Hope you like and you have learned something new over here. Thank you.